When the drug dealer opened the box, he was shocked to find that instead of the 30 kilograms of drugs that were supposed to be inside, the box was neatly packed with Cuban cigars. The sheriff at the scene was just as stunned. He knocked on the box a few times but found nothing suspicious. So, he casually picked up a cigar and placed it in his mouth. Little did he know, as he took a deep drag, he realized there was no trace of drugs. It was a genuine Cuban cigar. The sheriff remarked that real Cuban cigars are rolled on a woman's thighs. Since he couldn't find any solid evidence, he had no choice but to leave with the cigar between his lips. Just when everyone thought the crisis had passed, the drug lord excitedly hugged his man. But when he asked where the drugs were, the man replied, "They're right in the box." The drug lord flipped the box over and searched every inch, but there was nothing inside. He immediately became suspicious. As he raised his gun toward the man quickly pointed at the long-haired guy nearby, claiming that he was the only one who touched the box during transport. The long-haired guy instantly grabbed the man by the neck, warning him not to talk nonsense. But to everyone's surprise, the man suddenly twisted around and snapped his neck. It turned out that when the drug lord first made the deal with the box did contain real drugs. But just as they were about to leave, the sheriff's team launched a raid. A few minutes later, the boss was shot dead. Without hesitation, the man threw the box into the lake and dove in after it. Hours later, under the cover of darkness, he emerged from the water with the box completely intact. Soaking wet, he flagged down a tricycle and planned his escape. His accomplices soon appeared to pick him up. But just as they were about to reach safety, the driver was suddenly shot in the head by a sniper. The vehicle spun out of control and crashed into the bushes. The box, containing the drugs, rolled onto the ground. It was out of the man's sight for only a few seconds. But in those few seconds, the sheriff's SWAT team was already in position. They arrested the man on the spot. And by then, the box was no longer in his possession. This meant that the most suspicious person was now someone from the sheriff's team. Meanwhile, the drug lord realized something. The sheriff had seized the man's box but claimed to have found nothing. This left only two possibilities. The sheriff was covering for someone and wasn't telling the truth. The man had swapped out the drugs before jumping into the lake. At this point, even the drug lord himself began to doubt the man's true identity. So, who do you think the real undercover agent is?